Hello. All right, I'm going to show you how we integrate with Blues Wireless using our payload decoders. So what we're actually going to do is we have a Blues Wireless note card, which is a cellular data pump. Um, we're actually going to configure it and send data to My Device Spot. And in My Device Spot, we're actually going to create a dashboard with Grafana. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start out at the quick start guide, and it's at Blues Wireless or blues.io. And first thing we need to do is just connect our device, just like that, super easy. Um, and then on their web app, you connect, and it's going to use Web Serial to connect. And then we're all connected. And you get your device and you run through this guide, basically telling you how to like put it all together. Pretty easy. Put the little antennas in, and basically you're good to go. And then over here on the right, um, the note card takes these JSON commands. So this is request card.version, send it, Blues Wireless, shows the version. Um, this is how you set your product. So if we go ahead and come over to NoteHub, this is their cloud platform, and this is how you manage your project. So you get your sandbox project. So this command, what we do is we put this in here, we get our product, and this is our product. So copy this, put it in here, send it. Okay, so we did this step, and then let's do another command, hub.sync. And we can take a look at like the status. So it's turning on the modem, does some things, and basically it's going to sync some data. So now what we're going to do is we're going to queue a note. And a note it has body and then basically data for like sensors. So this has temperature and humidity. So basically to basically with this device you would have sensors hooked up to it, and then you would issue these notes. So what we want to do is we want to pull that data into My Device Spot and be able to use Grafana, which is an amazing graphic tool, to create some gauges on these values. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to My Device Spot, and My Device Spot, we are a low-code IoT platform that allows you to bring in data from many different platforms and then visualize it with our dashboards and also Grafana. So here we're at the list of devices, and we're going to come to event integration or event ingestion, and we're going to create a new route. And this route is going to be called Blues Wireless, and it is an external system event. And then we choose a decoder, and then we create the route. So what a decoder is a single script file, JavaScript, that has a decoder function, and it takes a request. And this is a request that's going to come from Blues Wireless, which we're going to configure. And we do some data parsing and massaging, and basically with this, we're able to then create telemetry definitions and get the data to flow in. So I'm going to duplicate this tab real quick. So the other thing we need to do now is create telemetry definitions, which is going to be what the shape of this object that we're sending is. Blues Wireless. And then the attribute key is going to be here. So this is like the key of the payload, and then it's not location based. And then we're going to grab fields. So we have like tower location, and that is going to be a string right now. Device location, string. uh, RSSI, and then bars, and then we have our custom data. So this is all like just metadata that Blues Wireless sends in, and let's do bars. Just we'll be thorough here. So like this, I'm like cellular bars. So we got our float. Okay. So then this is all the metadata. We on our note, if we remember from our note that we're to send up, we have temperature and humidity. So we're going to create those fields now. Temp. And then it is like this for the field. Oop, temp and humid has some. Let me copy paste it. So temp, we'll say Fahrenheit, float, and humidity. I think this one was like percent maybe. Oh, humid H. And then we got, let's not work without float. Okay, so this is our telemetry definition. And basically, if you were programming this on your own, this is the object, the shape that you like we just defined, and you would send over to the MQTT broker, IoT hub, or in this case, webhook. So let's go back to our routes, and here is the post URL. So we're going to copy this, and in NoteHub, this is your device. So they have a list of devices as well. And they have a concept of routes, and we actually also are calling our endpoints routes, and I think it's a good naming and it makes sense. So we're going to choose a webhook route from Blues, my device spot, paste in our URL, and that is it. Note there is also data transformations they can do on their end, but our decoder works with no translations. So we now set this up, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a quick dashboard just to see the data flowing in. Blues Wireless. So we created a dashboard. We're going to add a widget. So the telemetry definition is Blues Wireless. And let's go temp. So we just want to see a list of our temps come through, and then we'll go to Grafana. Okay, so we're going to go here, we're going to send another note, and we're going to sync it up. Okay, so now the data should be flowing through the system, and we can do there's a status here, let's see. So it's waiting for wireless service. Connecting, merging, and I think I just sent. Okay, cool. So we saw this is the data coming through. So we have 35, and we sent 35. So we have lists and values in here, but what I want to show you is Grafana, which is pretty sweet. So you come to monitor, and we're going to create actually a new dashboard, and we're going to add a panel. And I have some code that I'm going to copy. I'm going to automate this, but right now there is a little code. And then we update these three variables. So we have the telemetry definition, Blues Wireless Note Card, the key, and then the device ID. And then I think, let's see, we're going to do a gauge. And let me see, Blues Wireless. Okay, so there's actually a difference. So let me go to our telemetry definitions, Blues Wireless, and we want this key. So no data is coming through, and that is because this key is not right. And now we have data. So our gauge, real quick, we are going to give it a unit. So temp would be Fahrenheit. I'm going to say F because I'm not sure. 35 degree F. Min 0, max, let's say 120. And then like we can come up here. We can do all kinds of really nice like options and set these up real nice and show thresholds. Apply. Okay, so here's our temp. temp. Let's see. So we got our temp, and then I'm going to copy this query, apply, and we're going to do another one. Add panel, temp humid, I think it was. We'll just do temp and humid for now. And let's do this one's actually just going to be a times, like a graph or something. Like, yeah. So we got these, and then let's go over and do some more data. So let's say we want, let's do something really cool here. So what I want to do, I'm gonna move. Let's see, last 30 minutes, and then I want to set my sync up, and I'm gonna trigger some of these events here, but then I'm gonna move it so we can see it real time. So like 42 and like 60, and then I'm gonna move it, and then I'm gonna start syncing this stuff. Sync 42, and then I'm just gonna start sending some data, and we'll see if we can see some stuff happening. Sync. Okay, so let me send a couple more, and we should see it any second. Hopefully. So we got like 8. Okay, another sync. Okay, so you see some data coming through here. This moved up, and then it's happening so fast. I'm sending data. So we're at 60. So that's how you get basically data piped from Blues to my device spot, and then we have our managed Grafana. So I'm gonna do one more so we can have a cooler looking graph. I think this is good. 85. Let's see. 90 maybe. 22. So basically like this, and then we just sync it. Simple. It's super easy. Oh, look at that. Starting to do its thing. 40. So I think if we wait, it'll do it again. It'll move. Let me. 90. Okay, I see. So we got 60. Humid. 5. There we go. Sync this. Yeah, I can play with these dashboards all day, honestly. And should be seeing. Let me look at the status. 90. It's changed. Okay, status. Sync dot status. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that is how we get data from Blues through my device spot, and we're using our decoders. The cool thing about the decoders is right now I only have one, Blues Wireless, but the idea is you can create custom decoders, and as long as you follow this pattern, the idea is you can use these decoders to plug into any type of service or platform with a little code. So yeah, that is how we get the data to work. See ya.